Hi guys, my name is Thomas Lisboa. I'm a black belt under Master Fab Gurgel. I'm the head coach here of Alliance Vancouver, and I'm also 2-time world champion. I'm here with my student Alan Cheng, and I'm really happy to do another course right now about the single leg X guard. All right, so in this video I'm gonna show to you like the aspects of the single leg X that, in my opinion, are really important. So I'm gonna give you guys like a good idea about all these elements that are crucial to play single leg X guard. So let's go. So guys, I like to separate the single leg X guard in three parts: the entry, the control, the maintenance, and the attacks. Alright, the attacks vary. Sometimes it's like a sweep, other times a submission or a back take. So let's go step by step over here. The first one is the entry. Alright, and my favorite entry, and I'm gonna show like some moves in this course with this entry, like because it's like probably the most common one, is the Shin-on-Shin entry. Alright, so what I gotta do to do the Shin-on-Shin entry? The first thing over here, I gotta like figure out which leg is on front. Alright, so in this case over here, this leg is slightly in front of the other. Alright, so that's the leg that I'm gonna attack. But if I just go to the leg, he might gonna like stop me, he might gonna block me, or he might gonna get the underhook and start to pass my guard like this. So even though I recognize which leg I have to attack, there's an extra problem over here, which is his hands. So what I gotta do over here in order to attack this leg is to clear up the way in order to get the leg over here. So I'm gonna hook the leg, and at the same time, I clear up the way. Alright, so I hook, I open some space, and now I get closer to him. Head always inside, never head outside, and I grab the leg right here. Alright, so let's change the angle a little bit. So that leg's on front, I do some hand fighting, and I get close right here. Alright, that's the first thing over here. So once I have the Shin-on-Shin, then I can start to go to the single leg X guard. Alright, so what I gotta do here is to push his knee to that way and fall to the same side. Alright. When we are going to the single X guard, I have to make this leg lighter than the other. I have to put all his weight on this leg. Why? Because if I just go, he might drop this knee on my chest. It's gonna be like a hard mission for me to go to the single leg X guard. So as I'm falling, I gotta push his weight to the side and fall to that side now. Like this. Alright, so all his weight's over there. Alright, I don't have any problem with the heavy knee over here. It's really easy for me to go to the single leg X. There's an additional detail over here that I want to give it to you guys, which is about my inside leg. So as I force him to post, I like to put this hook right here. It's like a reverse of the La Riva hook. Now like gets really hard for him to put his knee on top of my chest watch. And then it's easy for me to pull his leg towards my armpit and set up the single leg X right here. Alright, so I'm gonna show a little faster this movement to you. So that's the first element, the entry. Here. Alright? So switching sides a little bit. So hand fighting, I get closer, I push the knee, and I set up the single leg X right here. Guys, the second important element is the control, the maintenance. Alright? As soon as I set up the single leg X guard, it's hard, like we set up the single X and sweep. So once I end up over here, let's turn more to the side. Perfect. What I have to understand first, positionings. This foot over here, always around the hip. Alright? My heel pressing his hip down like this, and by doing this, I'm able to sustain my hip like up high. My other foot always inside. Alright, to protect myself in this guard over here. And I can put my foot either on this leg or on this leg. Both are fine, but I recommend you guys to always trap the foreleg. What matters here is to pinch my knees like this. I never keep my knees like separate, my knees together. Alright, so that's a really important thing. And then the function of my arms now. This arm always controlling this leg. Even if I'm not holding the leg, I gotta control the leg. For example, If I grab my own leg over here and I lock my elbow, I'm controlling this leg. So if I ask him to take the leg out, his leg's stuck. But I can also vary. I can grab just his calf, like this, the pants, like this, or wrap the leg, grabbing my collar, like this. Sometimes going with my arm underneath, like this. So all good options. What matters here is to control this leg. Let's change it to the other side. My right arm, the arm is going to vary. Right? Why? Because sometimes I'm going to use this arm to trap this leg and sweep him back. Boom. Other times, I'm going to use my arm to push his shin, forcing him to post the hand on the ground. Other times, I'm going to use my arm to protect myself from like a mount attempt, for example, so he goes to the mount. So this arm is mobile, all right? I have to change the functions of this arm. But my legs, one foot on the hip, my other leg hooking side, my other arm controlling the leg, and the other arm doing functions, okay? Back here. So that's the positioning. Another really important thing is my hips positioning. All right. Also, even though my hip should be high all the time, if my hip is high, but here, let's turn more to the side. Like here, this foot gets really weak and I don't have any leverage over here. So I have to make sure that my hips are inside his legs line here. All right. Never here. Here my legs are really weak. So here, okay, inside my legs. So now I can push. If he defends, my hip is going outside. I can counter him, but I can also reset, bring my hip inside again. Okay, go, hip inside again. All right, so that's the basics over here, right? The positions. And the last thing is the attack. All right, so the most basic attack that we have is by grabbing the ankle, really similar to the ankle sweep from the close half guard, all right? The close guard. When I apply this technique, when this leg is close to my arm. So the only thing that I needed to do is to grab his ankle right here. Sometimes I can also grab the pants. Doesn't interfere nothing. As I raise my hip, I don't let him walk, all right? I cannot do this and let him walk. Go back there. So as I lift my hips, I push my knee back and I don't let him walk. Right? Really important thing over here. And with the sweep is my way to come up. Ideally, as soon as I'm knocking down, I gotta come up with him without let go of the leg. I cannot never ever let go of the leg, otherwise he's gonna run away, technically stand up, and I lose the sweep. So I recommend you guys to always sweep, come up, and hold the leg. If you try to do the technical stand up, I can hold him, I can secure my weight on top. So that's another important detail over here. So we have three elements: the entry, the control, the maintenance. All right, I'm gonna explain lots of details about the maintenance in this course, and the attack, which can be a submission, a sweep. So these three elements are crucial for to play single leg X guard. Now I'm gonna show a little faster all these three elements together and in different angles. All right, so check it out. One, position control. Number two, I grab the leg over here and I sweep. One more time to this side right now. Turn it side. Over here, and then here I can start to find my way to pass this guard. So guys, that's the basics, all right, just to have an understanding about what single leg X guard is, all right, so entry, control, maintenance, and attacks. And there we go.